Alfred Hitchcock often cited Shadow of a Doubt as one of his favorites. The film's premise alone makes it so intriguing.
This was my father's favorite movie because he loved the thought of bringing menace into a small town.
How would you react when you realize that your beloved uncle is in fact a brutal killer who's taken refuge at your house after escaping from the police? On top of it, how would you tolerate crime buffs in your vicinity? Your dad and his friends' endless conversations on committing a perfect murder, blissfully unaware that a killer is amidst them, whose modus operandi is as simple as it can get: strangulation with bare hands. Hitchcock handles this setup with ease. The most noteworthy feature of his direction is the way he manages to create suspense and tension out of completely ordinary scenarios. In the famous 1962 interview with Hitchcock, Truffaut touches on a brilliant foreshadowing moment from the film. The train carrying Uncle Charlie arrives beneath a menacing cloud of thick, black smoke. I leave it there. There's another instance that is easily overlooked in the first viewing. The first piece of dialogue that Charlie's mother utters
Those back stairs are steep.
foreshadows Charlie tripping on the stairs, which nearly gets her killed.
Oh, darling, you might have been killed.
Truffaut, in the same interview, points out Hitchcock's ability to create arbitrary suspense. He refers to the scene wherein Charlie rushes to the library to get hold of the newspaper that her uncle is supposedly trying to hide. She is seen getting reprimanded by a traffic officer for dodging cars on a busy road, before reaching the place only to realize that the shutters are about to go down. This small journey manages to create considerable tension, wherein we root for Charlie to get into the library and uncover the truth. There are a couple of other examples to support Truffaut's point. Consider the scene that takes place around the dinner table, wherein Uncle Charlie delivers a small monologue on his hatred for rich widows, calling them horrible, faded, fat, greedy women. In this particular shot, seen from young Charlie's POV, the camera slowly zooms into his face as he delivers his rant, concluding with an ominous stare at the camera, a moment that would have certainly given chills to the audience watching on the big screen. Then there's the garage scene that manages to combine both the elements. It begins with Uncle Charlie by the window, enacting strangling gestures at his niece, who's seen awaiting the arrival of Detective Jack. Next, he tracks the two heading to the garage. Through this prelude, Hitchcock manages to build significant tension inside the garage, wherein Jack confesses his true feelings to Charlie. Amidst this tender scene, the audience has Uncle Charlie at the back of their minds, fearing that he might do something bad to the couple. When the garage door suddenly shuts down, we are scared for Charlie and Jack, only to realize in a few moments that Hitchcock fooled us through a classic misdirection. The two manage to get out with no harm. There's another reason as to why this is a brilliant scene. It foreshadows young Charlie being trapped at the garage some scenes later in a life-threatening situation. It's interesting when you realize that had Hitchcock not opened the whole act with Uncle Charlie's bit, the 3-minute sequence at the garage would have been devoid of any tension and hence ineffective. The door suddenly shutting down would not have been suspenseful, but just a surprise.
The big difference between suspense and shock or surprise is that in order to get suspense, you provide the audience with a certain amount of information and leave the rest of it to their own imagination.